Alright, how's it going, guys? We are back for some more IR3. And I did a thing. I went up here and cleared out everybody that was up here so we can start branching out up into this area. But before I do that, I want to take a look at making lubricant. Because for us to get our fast inserters, we need steel stuff, green circuits. We got all that. We also need an advanced motor. And an advanced motor is right here. It takes lubricant. So we need lubricant. And to get lubricant, we just need some heavy oil and steam and a chemical reactor. No real big deal. Problem is, we don't have any heavy oil because we have been sending all of our heavy oil up here to turn into light oil and sour gas. And then that light oil is coming over here to make us petroleum and natural gas and more sour gas. And so we need to put a limit on how much of this is going that way. And I just noticed that that was open or had none in it, and I needed to get it out of there. So we're going to do that, and we're going to use a pump. That way it can limit how much is going in there. And sour gas shouldn't really be an issue. We use it to make our sulfur for our explosives and all the things that go with that, and we have it coming in down here, which is another thing I might end up needing to do, is limiting what comes in from down here. That's making our sulfur here from the train, so that this sour gas gets used first. But I think because of the way this is going, it shouldn't be a problem. I think that actually limited it right. So let's look at how we're going to deal with this now. So we want to make sure we don't run out of petroleum. And we want to make sure that we always have plenty of light. Speaking of, while we're here, we also need to get rid of this one here and do something better for this. Because this one has not been able to run because it wasn't able to output the bitumen. We also going to have to figure out something to do with bitumen, because this one is, well, not that full, but this one is almost completely full. And I upgraded this and it's almost full. I do need to use more of it, but we'll get to that. So what we want to do is basically turn this pump off if either of these are around, let's see, what do we got this one set at? So it can't output there if we're at 20K. What we can actually do is, if this is above 20K, then it can send it out. If it's not, then it can't. That'll probably be easier. So let's do that. We could do it the other way and make sure that the other ones are not trying to think of what I'm trying to say while I'm looking for these things. Fluid. Focus. Okay. we could set it up that if this one is below a certain level, or that one is above or below a certain level, then we can go ahead and send this out. But if we just keep a certain amount here and send it out only if it's above that, then we'll have enough for the lubricant. So we'll enable the pump if it is greater than, and we're going to say like 10K. We shouldn't need more than that. And right now it's at 2.8, so it should be off. And we can find out. Yep, it is definitely off. I can't see the thing very well, but it's definitely off. We do that, and it's not getting any more. So that's good. Now, we need chemical reactor, and we need steam. And do we want to put this... I'm thinking... Let's see, we got water for those, we got water for those, we got steam for these. So we already have steam right here on this level, so we could go up in here, but I think it'll just be easier because we're not going to need a ton of this, I don't think. So we could just kind of put a couple of them in here. Let's see. So lubricant, we're going to have 2 outputs. We're going to have 2 inputs. We couldn't put another one there, but I think those 2 will be enough. And then we need to make sure that the sour gas is able to get in here to get used, which is kind of going to be another issue there, but let's start on this. So now we should be able to, that's actually a little bit too high, because we actually want it connected here. So let's move this down. Well, I wasn't going to do that. I was going to move it the other way, but since I already did that, let's go ahead and do this. So we can use the shorter one now and run it out. Let's make sure I get this in the right spot where I want it. So we want, yeah, let's put that there, and then that one there, and then this can go here and there. And then back to the lubricant, and then our steam, get around that, should be this one. So we can run our steam pipe over from there, or we can run it down here and tie in right here. And to keep it a little cleaner over there, I think that's what we're going to do. I'm going to take these 2 out. No, we're not, because I'm not going to run 2 of them. We'll connect those 2 like that, and then we can just run this one down here. We can pop this out real quick and go like that, and then we can do this and throw one of these right there, and that'll get us our steam. And then we can use one of these to drop us power over here, and one of those, Connect that up, and there we go. We're now making lubricant. And we're going to have the sour gas come out there. Lubricant comes out there. We can connect these two up. And we just need to put a tank, which we'll put right there. Should be fine. Make sure I can walk through there. That gives us our lubricant. And then we just need to get the sour gas up to there. So we'll use a regular one, which I'm apparently out of. I'll have to go get a couple more after we get done here. We'll go over to there, and then up to about there, and then connect over there, and there we go. That'll get the sour gas over there. Now, the only issue with that is that we're probably going to be limited on how much we're going to be able to make. This one luckily is not outputting any more. This one will actually continue outputting because of the light oil. We could put a restriction on the light oil coming out to go over to that, but I don't think we're going to. We'll see how that does. We have 1.2 at the moment, and the sour gas coming in down here does not connect to that system. This system is closed off from that one, so we just have to worry about the sour gas that is coming from these. We could also, I'm just thinking we might be able to burn off some petroleum gas a little bit more, but that's just going to have this make more, and we definitely don't want to do that. And I don't think we can put one of these in without it voiding some, because I was going to say we could check how much is at a certain point and then turn it off. Yeah, I think I'm just going to stick with that for the moment and see how that works. And if we need to change it, we can. But that will allow us to start making our fast inserters, because we can start making the advanced motors here. Now, as far as this area we have up here, I want to start setting up a train to bring our processed metals up, instead of having this long main line that's going up through here. And I really need to take a little bit of time and figure out exactly how I want to do it. I think I have enough room to run the train through here, but I'm going to end up with a big mess if I start taking out all of that main line there. And I don't think this area is bad. I think I'm going to kind of leave this area the way it is. I kind of like the way I have it set up. and it works pretty well. But we have red circuits coming up, and we need semiconducting triodes for that. So we have to make those, which is going to need silicon, and it's going to need gold. And we have to start getting into that stuff. And then we're going to have the computers. That's going to take a whole lot of stuff that's not really going to be part of this area. So I'm thinking that we should set up another circuit area. Like, leave this circuit area here just for the green circuits and our, at least for now, until we get higher versions of these for making these and supplying all of this area with the circuits that it needs. And then set up another area, probably right up here, for making the red ones. So we'll have to make green ones up here to go into the red ones. And then when we get to the next ones, we'll kind of do that up here. But I'm thinking that since we're now kind of transitioning into things taking steel, because if you look at the advanced motor, it's steel plate, steel gears, steel rod. So we're probably not going to need a lot of other things up in that area other than steel and the copper. And then we could send those down to where we're making these. But when it comes to collecting stuff, which we do have bots here, which needs an advanced rotor to make it and red circuits. So we need to get into both of those before we can do it. And I'm guessing this rotor is going to take that motor. So, that will help with the collecting stuff when I'm out of it. But walking through here and getting stuff takes a little bit of time. Because I have the belts down here, I have the assemblers and all that stuff are way over here. I'd like to kind of get them into, I guess, what people normally call a mall. I want to get everything kind of in one area, so if I need something, I can just grab it a little quicker. Although, with the logistics bots, they'll be able to send that stuff to me, and I probably won't really need to go and collect it. But, that's what I'm thinking about for right now. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a train line from here down through here and then connect it up to this line here, because it's already a two-way track. And then over here, I'm going to have this one fork off of here and connect to this one somehow. So I may have to change this a little bit. And what I might do is just line this up with this one and move this over just a tad and just connect this line straight, which is probably a much better idea. And then just use this line here for where I drop off stuff like here, 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 whatever. And then this will be where we do all of our new steel stuff. And then if we need it down in this area, or if I end up doing like a more mall type area over here, that's where it'll get sent to. And I think it'll be a little bit cleaner that way. I'm still not 100%, but I wanted to talk this over with you guys while I'm thinking about it. And so when we get in here next time and you guys see what changes I did to it, because I'm not going to do all of the rail work in the video. I'll do that in between. But I just wanted to take that time to show you guys what it was I was thinking, and then I'll show you what I ended up doing at the end afterwards. And I'm probably going to have to start mining that little thing of gold there and this little thing of gold over here soon, because we're going to be needing those when we get to red circuits. But in the next one, we will start setting up the advanced motors and setting up the fast inserters, and that should allow me to make some of this stuff faster. And see you guys next time. Have a good one.